Alright. He's doing something. You working some kind of magic, ain't you? Sometimes you just gotta let the prophets do what they do. You know, they get divinely inspired and things start happening.
Oh shit.
Stand here, preacher.
Wow, that's nice. Thank you, Gabriel.
Shiny.
Well, I'm so glad that y'all showed up tonight. Looks like this is who's going to gather tonight, so I guess we'll go ahead and start. Uh, I'd like to speak to you today about one of the most important areas in our walk with the gods, and that is our faith, trust, and confidence in the gods. Now, in the great book, it says, "And without faith it is impossible to please them, for whoever would draw near to the gods must believe that they exist and that they reward those who seek them." It also says, "So faith comes from hearing, and hearing through the word of the gods." In Luke 22:32, it says, "But I have prayed for you that your faith should not fail, and when you have returned to me, strengthen your brethren." I think y'all understand where that's going, don't you? Right. "Nevertheless, when the Son of Man comes, he will find faith on earth," it says.
I know, man.
The theme of the message today is living a life of faith. What is the definition of faith? It means belief in, devotion to, trust in somebody or something, allegiance or loyalty to somebody or something. In Psalm 56:3 and 4, the psalmist said, "Whenever I'm afraid, I will trust in you." In the gods, I'll praise their word. In the gods I have put my trust, I will not fear. What can flesh do to me? What is faith about? When we are afraid, we put our wholehearted or total trust in them. In Hebrews 11:6, we are told that without faith it is impossible to please them. What is the definition of to please? It means to satisfy, to give pleasure to thrill, to make happy, or to delight. The Great Tome is very clear that it is impossible to please the gods unless we have one thing, and that is faith. What does it take to please the gods? It's our faith, our confidence, our trust in them, our obedience to their word. In today's context, to offend the gods means being politically right. Example, not speaking the word of the gods boldly, but playing it down to keep people happy or diluting the word of the gods. Remembering we are called to speak the word of the gods in love. Then to please the gods, we have to finish their work. It is not how well we start that matters to them, but how well and strong we finish, and very important to our relationship with them. How do we live a life of faith? Faith is like a multifaceted diamond. Similarly, there are many different aspects to faith. We will look at 6 different aspects of faith of how to live. Now, the kind of life that pleases the gods. In Hebrews chapter 11, it lists out heroes of faith. The gods say to them, they were men and women of real faith. They have set an example in faith for us to follow. In Hebrews 6:12, we do not want you to become lazy, but to imitate those who through faith and patience inherited what has been promised. Now let's look at the 6 aspects that'll help us live a life of faith. Faith is believing when I don't see it. Faith is obeying when I don't understand it. Faith is giving when I don't have all of it. Faith is persisting when I don't feel like it. Faith is, faith is thanking God before I receive it. Faith is trusting if I don't get it. In Hebrews 11:1, now faith is the assurance or essence of reality, of things hoped for, the conviction or evidence of things not seen. Example, we believe that a miracle that we have prayed for has happened, while we have not seen the evidence of it as yet. Or, it is like someone who has a terminal disease having a total faith that the sickness is gone, while in fact the symptoms are still there. Faith means we cannot see the outcome, but we know for certain that we will eventually triumph because we placed our trust in the gods. Faith is believing when I don't see it. In demonstrating faith in the gods, we are not sure what the future holds, but we know that the gods who hold our future. I'm sorry, that it is the gods that hold our future. How many of us have ever said, I'll believe only when I see it? Gobit, I'm looking at you. Uh, Whether you're an architect planning a building, or whether you're an artist creating a monument, or whether you're a knight trying to break a kingdom's record and win gold, you have to believe it before you can see it happen or complete it. All of these things required faith. Faith is to believe it's possible and advance long before it will ever be possible. That's what the Great Tome says. Faith is believing when I don't see it. Faith is going ahead and building a barn in faith. You do not have the exact sum of gold as yet to purchase the mount you've been waiting for. Faith is like carrying a jar of tartar sauce when you go fishing, because you know you're going to eat. Faith turns dreams and faith turns dreams and visions into reality. That's a fact. Faith is believing before I see it. Faith is obeying when I don't understand it. When we listen to the gods, when we trust the gods and obey their command, even though we understand all the implications, when the task is given, and we may say, how on Eden can we do this? The gods will equip, resource, and come alongside and help us accomplish and finish what they have assigned. Two things happened when the world Eden was reformed. On one side, the unrighteous and the rebellious perished. On the other side, the worthy and the chosen were spared and put alongside the newly risen. The gods say, get ready for a long journey and for relocation from your house, from family and friends, and move from the comfort of your home and from your plans for retirement. In other words, get ready not for social security, but for societal insecurity. Prometheus told Veritan, I'm going to take you and turn you into the father of a brand new nation. Now, I'm sure Veritan had all his doubts and all kinds of questions. He would have naturally said, Prometheus, where exactly are we going? Prometheus would have said, just step out in faith, and I'll lead you step by step to your destiny. Then Veritan would have asked, how long is it going to take to get there? As not only do I like to know, but I'm sure my wife will need to know for me to convince her to move home and accompany me. Would you and I want to get involved with such a relocation at such an age and without knowing where you're heading? This is like going blindly to an unknown land. But because Veritan obeyed and went in faith when he didn't understand it, he became the father of a settlement called Crosa. Many people were blessed because Veritan obeyed, even when it didn't make sense. Faith often involves taking risks. Some people want a guarantee of success before they obey the gods. If we take the first step of obedience, then the gods will guide us to the next step. We have to step out in faith, even if it appears risky and costly. There are times when the gods tell us to do something. Our response is, Lord, we go. But only when I have built adequate comfort for my retirement, or only once my children finish their education, then I'll go. The gods say that doesn't require any faith. No, it doesn't. I want you to believe when you don't see it, and I want you to obey when you don't understand it. We need to understand that there are two ways to give. We can give by faith or we can give out of fear. We can give by reason or we can give by revelation. First, I can give by reason. When I give by reason, I look at my gold purse and how much I've got and I figure out what I can afford. Then I give reasonable amount based on what I can afford. That doesn't require any faith. An atheist can give by reason. We don't have to believe in the gods for that. The other way to give is by revelation. Revelation is when you pray and you ask the gods and you say, Gods, what do you want me to give? Gods, how much do you want me to trust you for this time? It's given by faith. That is the kind of giving that the gods are pleased with. We can't outgive the gods. The more we give, the more they give back. Whenever we give in faith, the gods always show up at the right time. Some people want to say, Gods, you first. Give to me and then I'll give. But that's not faith. It's like, Gods, you bring in this big windfall. Or let me win this big lottery and then I'll give some of it back to you. Or give you some gold. Let me tell you, friend. Whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly. Y'all know I'm a farmer, right? And whoever sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. It's just facts. Each one must give as he has decided in his heart, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for the gods love a cheerful giver. And the gods are able to make all grace abound to you, so that having all sufficiency in all things at all times, you may abound in every good work. Faith is given when I don't have all of it. Faith is persisting when I don't feel it. The word persisting means persevering, continuing, keeping at it, sticking it out, carrying on. Be it a job, ministry, marriage, studies, or even our devotion. The gods expect us to persist even when we do not feel like it. Faith is persisting when I don't feel like it. When we step out for God, life tries to hassle us by throwing its fiery darts at us, by bringing discouragements, disappointments, and trying to make us look like failures. On our part, we have to just keep being persistent. Keep doing the right thing, even when we don't feel like it. There are times we feel so down that we don't always like being nice to people or even smile at them. Sometimes we want to be focused on ourselves, moody, grumpy, while I want everyone else to be nice to me and place their attention on me. Sometimes we don't feel like going to church, but have an extended sleep, or go to the beach, or go fishing. There are times we do not want to read the great tome or pray. We only like to go to church or read the great tome or pray or serve in the church or go on a mission trip when we just feel like it. How do you get to be a knight or professional archer? Hours and hours of exercising and disciplined training. Ask a knight, do you always feel like exercising 3 or 6 hours a day? Of course not. Ask a musician, do you always feel like practicing hours a day to be a professional at your instrument? Faith is being persistent. Faith is refusing to give up. Faith is doing the right thing even when we're tired, even when we're moody, even when we go through disappointments and discouragements. How do you develop persistence? The key is keep your eye on the gods. When you keep your eyes on the gods, it keeps you persistent. Some of you today may be at the quitting point. You may feel like you're ready to give up on your marriage, or perhaps you're ready to give up on that career, or that dream, or that hope of ever getting married, or giving up on your health, or maybe even quit your tribe because you feel burnt out or drained. Some of you think your finances are hopeless. I'm never going to get out of debt. And you feel like giving up. The gods brought you here today so they could encourage you by saying this to you. Hang in there. Don't give up. Keep believing when you don't see it. Obeying when you don't understand it. Giving when you don't have all of it. And keep persisting when you don't feel like it. Keep your eyes firmly fixed on the gods. Look back and thank the gods. Look forward and trust the gods. Look around and serve the gods. Look within and find the gods. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Therefore, as we have
Hello, Pilgrim
opportunity,
Rod.
let us do good to all people, especially to those who belong to the family of believers. The gods will never give us something that's bad for us. Does a parent give a child everything they ask for? Of course not. Not if the parent's sensible, loving, and caring. And the gods are certainly not going to give us everything we ask for. Some people today teach the idea that if you have enough faith, you'll always be well. You'll never have any problems. You'll never be sick. Everything's going to be great. You'll have plenty of money and so on. This is called the prosperity gospel teaching. This is not scriptural teaching. Let's skip forward a little bit, guys. All right. Let's just talk about this right here. If anybody, let's go. Anybody can give when they've got extra money. Real faith is built in the valleys of life. Sometimes it's trusting the gods when we don't get it. In closing, which of these aspects do I need to work on? Do I need to work on believing when I don't see it? Do I need to work on obeying when I don't understand it? Do I need to work on giving when I don't have all of it? Or persisting when I don't feel like it? Start thanking the gods before we receive our answer or miracle. Or do I need to continue to trust the gods even if I don't get it? That's what faith's about. Some of you say, I'd really like to grow in faith. I'd like to live a life of faith, but how do I go about it? How did the gods build our faith? Faith comes from hearing, and hearing through the words of the gods. So the more we get into reading the God's words, and the more we're going to grow in faith. If we don't ever read the great tome, we won't grow much in faith. This is the spiritual food that builds the muscle. The other way that the gods build our faith is through trials and tests. So, just want to let y'all know, the gods will use difficulties. test our faith. The gods will use demands on our time to test our faith. The gods will use gold, financial giving to test our faith. The gods will use delays to test our faith. Some of us here may be going through a tough time right now, and you're almost ready to give up. I want to say to you, hang on. Hang on. The gods will make a way if you trust them. The gods will make a way when there seems like no other way. They'll part the great sea. They'll level the mountains. They'll restore all that the enemy has stolen, if only we live a life of faith. Bless you in your faith progression, and may they take you from faith to faith. May the gods bless you. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, hurrah!
Well said.
I'd like to also invite everybody for a meal over at the diner next door. It's provided by the church. And then afterwards, Gabriel, are you going to open up the market for a little bit?
Eat.
Fantastic. So I'm going to meet everybody over there. Anybody wants a little bit to eat and drink, I'll pass it out at the bar.
Well, I'm starved.
Wow. That's because all the blood goes to your ears.
Go ahead. Be nice.
What a pretty sign. Hey, Wolf, don't you think that's a pretty sign outside?
Nice sign.
Yes.
What are you thinking? Should make one.
All right, plenty of food and drinks for everybody. Dig in. I guess it'd be a lovely time for everybody. Does everybody know everybody else? Has everybody had introductions and whatnot? I hope everybody knows I'm Dust. I believe I've met at least most of you before.
I don't think so. I only
Have I
met
not?
Goldbit.
Oh yeah. Well, Gobit knows me pretty well, I'd say, or decently enough, just through the gods.
Oh, yes, yes.
Well, don't hide outside. Come on in. You're welcome. To come in, join us, and have a bite to eat and drink.
Kisa, come on in. Oh, your
lovely.
animals are getting hungry.
She's wearing a dress.
I don't have a dress.
Get you one pretty easily.
There's some fish and chips and drink on the floor.
Oh yes, I made that. I made that myself.
I don't think
It's
that will
made
fit
with
me
freshwater
very
bass
well.
right off the shore here. these fancy duds y'all got. Y'all really look sharp. Thank you for dressing up.
Oh, I can light my pipe again.
Don't have anything fancy like that.
Hello, I'm a carver.
Guys, I appreciate y'all showing up too. I just want to know. I really feel blessed
No,
to have you
that's
with us.
okay.
That's some nice frills you have.
Well, thank you.
But
My
I
girlfriend.
think we gotta go. We got some work to do.
Oh yeah.
Lots of work.
You know, Gabriel's gonna
Carver.
be opening up the market soon. You need anything
I'm
from him?
Otis.
My
Otis.
kid.
This is
I
Barrett's
only
here.
got a little bit of coin
He's
on
the
me.
one that the preacher spoke of. I didn't know I had a
Well,
wife
it
though.
sure
That's
was good
news to
seeing
me.
you.
Me neither.
If you
Nice
ever
to
just
meet
want
you.
to visit, feel free.
Don, are you Veriton's wife?
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
where'd
Oh,
y'all
no, not
y'all
that I
set
know
up
of. He
again?
wish.
Over by the cave?
Oh well.
No, it is
What are you looking for, Carver?
essentially straight up
I
from
couldn't hear
as north from here. About
Okay, in that little hole, that little cove or whatever.
yes, about 40, 35 about.
I forgot something at home.
Fantastic.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll have to come find you sometime so I can mark it.
Yes.
Welcome to my ship. Cannot believe I forgot that. It's just a little better.
With it, back over here.
Carver,
Yes.
I'll give you 10 gold if you manage to ride that. I'll bump it up to 100.
Okay.
Looks like you owe the dwarf 100 gold.
Yes, I do.
No?
There's
Oh,
the bet.
don't make her angry.
Thank you.
She's done. She's gone. Wow. Wow.
What was that?
It's some kind of omen of the gods, I guess. It's the only thing I can think of. Man, that was an experience. I'd never seen nothing like that before.
Very shiny.
Think I might have angered it. I'm sorry.
My goodness. Guys, I think that Gabriel plans on opening up the market here soon. I'm gonna run in my house and use the restroom if you don't mind. And I'll see you soon.
Right.
Okay.
I just made $100. Was I not supposed to get on that?
I have no idea. Seen it before.
Me neither. It went
Hopefully
off
it
to my
didn't go to
house.
your house.
Well, I'm thinking it
Oh.
was be, like since I wrote it, I think it's going to my house to, be mine.
Maybe it's going inside your stables right now. At speak.
I'll give it a pig, no problem. I've got a few of them there for like sacrifice. I forgot to bring a pig for sacrifice. Oh,
Sacrifice a goblin? Where's the goblin at?
No, no sacrifice.
Oh, there's one. Let's get this one.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
oh
for sacrifice.
nah.
Sure, Prometheum would appreciate the sacrifice.
Yes, most definitely.
Oh nah. I've got a pig for that stuff. Healthy pigs, good sacrifice.
Are you sure? I think Prometheum would greatly appreciate a sacrifice of a daughter of Gilgaron.
I
No,
think so
I'm
too.
of Gilderon, so no, don't think you would like it.
It's very tempting.
Nah, I got something with a bunch more meat,
I wonder if I can tame it.
I would. I think their pets are pretty, fierce. Hello, spirit of the gods. I'm sorry that I stepped on you. Would you like a pig for sacrifice, to eat it and get good stuff? I will be back with my best pig. I shall be back with a pig. My best pig for sacrifice. Because I don't have a breeding line yet. Well, I had one, and then my female got out, and she's better, so I no longer have one. Man, I'm getting my new clothes wet. Hello, guys. I see you've come to my home. Here's a pig. Stinky pig, stand still. Yeah. It is sufficiently ready for sacrifice. Stand still. Oh. You leave it alone. Another sacrifice. Man, this is hilarious. I bring the best pigs in the lands. I will leave you in peace to, enjoy your feast. I'll see you back at the other place. Leaving him alone so he doesn't have to eat the whole thing. Perfect parking, oh yeah.
I'd share with me. I'd share.
Do you guys mind if I tell you something? I know I'm probably interrupting something. I'm very sorry. But, so I stood on that spirit beast of the gods,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it turns out you don't want to do that because, well, anyway, it came back and I was like, do you want to eat a pig? I'll give you a pig. Like we discussed, I'll give it a pig. So It said yes, it wants a pig. So I went home, get it out of a nice pig of my
That thing
stock.
talked?
It nodded. It was like
Oh.
nodding, you know. Anyway, so I got it my best pig, and I, got it prepared for the sacrifice, and it's now eating the sacrifice, and um, I hope it comes back so it can, so I can see at least being happy, because I'm not a light guy, I'm pretty hefty being a dwarf, and I stood on its back. Whew, don't do that, by the way.
Are you afraid it's gonna eat you?
Not anymore. It's being pulled by a pig and a stego. The stego wanted to fight it, so I was like, well, I brought out my little pike, and I started stabbing it until, the stego's no longer a threat. And then I was like, here, another sacrifice, a stego.
Wow. Wow. Where's that at?
The pig? You could probably see it if you all want. You can jump on my boat. We'll go back and see if it's still there eating.
Yeah, I'd love to see if it's still there eating.
It's right here.
It's back?
Oh, it's back.
Okay, it's not eating still. Ah.
Oh, look. Don't it look?
I am very pleased that it has satisfied you.
You gonna be friendly with the people? Scratches?
Do you think I can go pet it? Probably not. It probably wouldn't like me petting it, huh? Oh boy. You're up. Good luck.
Looks like the beast
Oh,
fancies you.
wow. Apparently it follows
Follows what?
follows and serves God. Bring Prometheum blessing. Thank you for tell you what, that don't happen every day, does it?
Nope.
That is why Prometheum is better. It's already shown.
Gilgaron takes his little
And
time,
I'm
but
sure
he'll present
Gilgaron
himself.
will definitely fire himself at some.
We'll see.
Preacher Dest. I forgot to mention this, but I've been breeding pigs, for like sacrifices and stuff. I was gonna bring one to start off the whole church thing, but I completely forgot, and I'm very sorry. But
Worked itself out, didn't it?
yep.
It's sacrificial pigs you was breeding ended up getting sacrificed anyway.
Well, I'm totally
These
cool with it.
gods work in mysterious ways.
Hmm.
It's almost like they knew you had that, huh?
Oh, you're right. So Prometheum doesn't just watch over Prometheum stuff. They also watch over the Gilgaron stuff, because I'm a dwarf.
gods watch over us all, and just because you're a dwarf and you were created by care for you, much over you.
Thank you. I needed to hear that.
Same goes for the elves. You know, there's times when the elves may need Gilgameron's strength. Being as he's the god of war, you know, should trouble come their way, that would be a god to have on their side for sure. Turn the tide of battle. That's their choice. If they don't want to pray to it, it's help when they.
Thank you. It was a very good sermon. I enjoyed myself.
Glad you liked it. I hope I didn't ramble on for too.
No, I thought it was quite enjoyable. And I'd definitely be happy to, hook you up with some sacrificing pigs, They're very old, and to prepare them for sacrifice. You probably know it, but you try and, get their heart working as much as possible, so it's got as much, blood units in there as possible, and it makes a better sacrifice.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. On these hooks everywhere. Could y'all not throw hooks at my head, please? I'd appreciate it.
I need help.
Well, that's why the preacher's here.
What did you do?
He grappled me.
You're
Oh.
fine.
Turn him loose. There you go.
Oh, I thought he had some good jumps.
Oh my goodness. Got you good, don't he? I'd help, but it's too daggum amusing to watch you just get bounced all over the place like that.
Kind of makes me think that they could probably do like a puppet play, where there's like a really high spot so you can't see the puppet, the person controlling who would be the puppet, and then the person down here would, dance or do whatever, and the puppeteer would be like, nope, you've gone too far. I'm pulling you back.
That'd be pretty funny.
It would be. But not very funny if, dwarfs are being tossed around like that, because it might hurt, break our necks.
Just launch a turd over the building.
I don't know if I'd stand there.
Ouch.
I'm not as fast as them, but fast enough to get out of the way of that.
So I watched the spirit beast. I watched it, feast upon the sacrifice for quite some time, and then I thought it might, want some privacy. So I started sailing my boat here, because, well, that beast is far faster than my boat. The spirit beast.
Oh, well, yeah, it seemed like it got around at a supernatural rate of speed.
I know, right? And it's very quiet, because I didn't hear it to come back or nothing.
Quiet, yeah, you're silent, like ghost just there. Boom, there it is.
Oh, it's back? No.
Release my dog.
My dog.
What do y'all call this game, y'all?
Grapple.
Oh, grapple. Play the grapple.
No, I have not.
Grapple all around. My God, they're gonna make
think for everybody else it might, kill him.
Excuse me. I gotta.
Is there going to be a market?
I think so. We gotta wait
Let me
for.
let me pray on it.
Do I have my talents with me? No.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries. I think they
And
ran off playing their
use
game.
prayed on it, and I think I believe Gabriel's gonna wake up.
Oh, all right. Oh, do you, by chance, happen to have any corn?
Any luck with your praying?
Yeah. I was just telling him that I prayed, and the gods have inspired me to know that Gabriel's thing goes with gods, right?
Alright.
Do you have any corn, preferably on the cob?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
It's been a while since I had some, and if you got some spare, I would sure love to have some. My nickname's
I
Cobb.
have some. Let me see how much I got. I don't know if I have a whole lot.
Oh, just one would be great. Oh, I've been jonesing for some corn on the cob. Oh, dreads. Thanks.
One you said, right?
Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. Yep.
You like
It's,
corn, huh?
oh, yeah, it's my nickname, Cobb. 'Cause I'd eat
Oh,
corn on
oh,
the cob all the time.
that's why they call you Cop. I get it now.
Oh,
You
thanks.
know, I didn't put that together until you said that.
Not a whole lot of people know, and don't want them knowing my weaknesses, you know?
Oh, I understand.
Yep.
My, probably everything.
Nah, you're a powerful man. Being of the preacher for the, for the gods. Let's say, get in trouble out there with something, one of like the spirit beasts will show up, deal with your problem for you, and say thanks for the lunch. Well, they won't say it, but they'll nod like thanks for the lunch, and then they'll leave you be.
You know, I don't go out a lot, but I got my little camper over there set up so I can roam a bit if I want from
Oh,
time to time.
nice. Have you seen my girlfriend's boat?
Uh, I've seen
I'll
quite a
show
few,
you.
but
I'll show you.
oh yeah, I seen this boat.
Oh, you
Sure.
did? Perfect.
Yeah, I seen
Oh,
this yesterday.
I slimmed up the side so it looks a little bit better, and it also let me put some storages inside.
Yeah, Carver, he showed me that yesterday.
Oh, yes, that would be me. Uh, I changed my
Oh, you're
clothes.
Carver.
Yep.
So you changed your clothes and called yourself Cobb, and I just didn't even recognize you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no problem. I usually wear like a little thingy on my head and stuff.
Yeah, I tell
I'll
you what, I
change
didn't
real
even
quick.
recognize you there. Sorry, Carver.
Oh, no problem.
What?
I might look a little more
Door shut
familiar.
finally. There you are. That look there. See, there it is.
Thanks.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just need to set up some lights in here. It's really dark.
uh, yeah, I ran out of, spaces for the ship to hold up. Um, I'm thinking maybe to, block this off and no longer have it as an entrance, and then it'll save me two spots, so I could put two lights up at that
right back.
point.
How you gonna get?
Oh, through the up here. I'll show you. I did some tweaking on it. And see, like right over here. I don't want to make you go
Oh,
down it because you get wet.
oh, oh. Okay, yeah. Well, then you don't really need that back door at all. Save you two.
Yep. I was thinking to switch it, just haven't done it. I don't want to make you swim for land, Figured that'd be ungood to do for your preacher. Oh, well now I feel underdressed. I'll be right back.
Oh, you don't have to dress up no more.
Found Gabriel.
Gabriel, wake up.
Oh, wow, you can buy a Varitan for 250 gold. Seems like a nice deal.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
not
if
a
I buy
bargain.
him, do I own Crosa?
Technically,
I
yes.
don't know.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of tempted
Yeah, I mean,
now.
technically, if he runs the place, so say so. If you own the guy who runs the place, I would say you pretty much got it
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to sift through and see if I
summed
I
up
got
there.
enough. 250 gold, you said? That includes everything?
That's what the sign says.
That's a bargain.
I'm kind of thinking so.
Think about it. You'd have to save up a
Oh,
1,000
right.
gold
So,
donation to go to a settlement.
so if I buy him, I get Crosa, I get a settlement, I become the lord of the settlement, and I get it for a discount.
Well, don't
Technically.
expect me to not outbid you.
It just says available for 250 gold. It doesn't say there's a bidding war. Dibs.
Dibs, he says.
What did you say?
Oh, that's funny.
So who
I
am I
didn't hear
supposed to
you.
pay? Well, I said dibs. Dibs.
Um,
Well,
I guess you
I
pay
don't think it works and doesn't like that.
Or do I have to pay
selling it.
Gabriel, huh? Wake up! I gotta,
Well, I'm pretty sure
settlement to buy.
Reese does all the selling of creatures, so I guess you'd have to pay Reese.
Ooh,
Call
who's
me a
Reese?
creature?
Well, I mean, you're not a plant, and technically, and you're not a fish, and you're not a rock. So, aren't we all kind of creatures?
Mm-hmm.
Are there gonna be
That
any
was-
Very
animals?
rude.
I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sorry if I offended you. I was just trying to state that, anything that's like a living, breathing animal of any kind, whether it's a
I know.
people kind of animal or an animal kind of animal, it would be a creature of some sort rather than a rock or a plant.
Um, you said there was another one, green something? Can we get the leader of that one right there so I can, buy them both?
Oh,
Because if I
oh,
buy them both,
you talking about Goblet?
I don't know. You said it was green
The
something, and I don't know who they are. Like
green,
Green Haven? Vale? I don't know.
green, Green Haven. That's
Green
the name
Haven.
of that settlement. Yes.
So can we get him in that one? So I can buy them both, and then we'll end up with peace in the lands. I promise, because they'll both be under the same ruler.
I mean, that's not really up to me. I don't sell people or animals, really. I mean, I would sell some shoulder pads if I had some to sell or something. I don't. So, but
Oh,
I
okay.
dang sure wasn't gonna sell. I wouldn't sell no people.
All right.
Is this rice person gonna come? Sell animals?
Well, I think it was Reese.
That's a
Reese.
that's
Okay.
a good. Yep. That's a good question. I don't know. I have not been inspired with that knowledge.
Hmm. Where would we buy animals if, let's say Reese put up some animals to buy? Where would we buy them?
Wait, I'm sorry. What? Say that again.
So if she were to, let's say, put up a bear or whatever for sale, where would I go find? Would it be like a thing like this where I'd be able to go there and buy the bear? Or would it be like a market when Gabriel comes back
It
and
it'd
through
probably
this.
be at her house over there. If she puts something in here, it's probably gonna be something that can't easily find out in the world. If you say
Oh, that'd be cool. Relics. Uh, so,
she would be, but she lives right over here. I'll show you her house is right over here.
all right.
See that right there? That's her house, and right next to it is the barn, like right across here, where she keeps her
Uh-huh.
animals.
So no table. So she might do it like Gabriel does, and through the little
Possible.
window.
Yeah, she might do it through the window. I really honestly don't know. Just speculating.
Me neither.
She has a door open.
It's 'cause it's on the balcony then. She didn't think nobody would be on the balcony.
I don't see it.
Me neither. Maybe it's an inside door, 'cause I think
Yeah,
he
it's
was up.
an inside door. For upstairs.
I think he pulled a fast one. Man, I'm thirsty.
Do I have your permission to grapple you?
As long as it doesn't hurt when you let me go or drop me or anything else like that. Yes.
Alright. Person, I have a dwarf.
Seems like my eyes are not working. Can't see. Might have to pass out and.
Alright, I'll show you when you reawake. Did we take his stuff?
He's one of your people.
Do you have any narco berries?
No, but I have this.
Ooh.
He let me go.
Did you enjoy it?
It was a dizzy game. So you're a farmer, and what else?
Oh, I do a little cooking, a little farming. Mostly, I'm just a preacher man. I just work on the gospel, the gods. But those are my hobbies. I like to cook, farming from time to time.
Oh, very nice. A little later today, like
Yeah,
after we're done
it's
here.
nice working with the soil, and I kind of, you just want to get your hands dirty with something, but you don't want to be so involved that you can't spread the word. And when you're in business.
hmm I was thinking to go and try and see if I can, tame a fish, like a coal or a salmon. 'Cause I got a hatchery that I wanted to, put in use, but so far,
How would that work?
the fish swim around and you'll be happy, and then I look at them and I'm happy, and then, well, some of them, have to go for dinner, but they should reproduce themselves. This way I don't run dry, or at least that's the plan.
Figure out how to do that. I sure would like to know. Because that sounds like a neat way to get fish rather than having to swim out there with the sharks and dodge those and the manta rays and stuff. I mean, I ain't no fin folk. I can't just be zipping around through the water.
Oh yes, I know. But
Although
uh,
there's one little fin folk girl that's been wandering around over here the last couple days. I think she's newly born.
oh really?
She's quite attractive for
Oh, I've got a girlfriend.
considering the coloration of her skin's a little different.
Oh, okay. I've already got a girlfriend. She'll hit me. She's a dwarf. You met her, Ariel, on the boat.
Ariel's quite attractive for
Take care.
her hair real nice.
Hello. Ah, hello, Gabriel.
Oh, Gabriel's back up,
Hello.
buddy. Feeling better?
Not for sure how long. Massive headache.
Think you gonna be able to stay with us for a little while, or are you gonna end up communing with the gods again?
Hopefully I'll be able to stay for.
Can you do me a favor and clear your throat just a little bit so people can get better? There you go.
All right. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to stay for a little bit.
Fantastic. Well, guys, is there anything y'all needed to do some trading? He's here.
Well, what's for sale?
Well, I got some newly acquired traded licenses and mammoth platform saddles.
What was the first thing?
Trader licenses. It's where
Oh, I
you
see.
purchase a license and you get a mammoth saddle for free. You can like travel around, sell stuff on it, or have a shop, or just anything like that. Also, one of y'all, one of you guys, a beastmaster.
Yes,
Yes, I am.
me too.
Okay, I have a request. I'm willing to pay 100 gold. First person to tame me one of those giant crabs.
Giant crab. Do you have a particular age you want?
Preferably like 30 or higher. I'd like a really high one, but it's got to be at least 30.
All right. And do you know where I might find such a crab? I've never seen one.
All right. Well, let me see here. There is an entrance to the underground. It's like I wanted to say 38 by like 57. And you follow that all the way down till you reach the underground river, and it's like chock full of them.
All right.
Actually, I seen them earlier today. I don't have any. I'm not like I don't have any skill with taming animals, so I can just stare at them.
Mhm. Do you
Kind
happen?
of like you guys are just staring at me right now.
Oh, it sure would be cool to have one of those things around. I'd like to see a giant crab. I ain't never seen a giant crab. I've seen regular sized crab before. You know, threw it in a skillet, but pot of boiling water or whatever. You know, grill. So, lots of way to cook crab. I ain't never seen a giant one.
Me neither. Be kind of cool.
You said you were asking a question. What were you saying?
Yes. Do you have any animals or maybe saddles for sale?
I'm supposed to be getting a supply of saddles in here pretty soon.
Oh, all right.
There's not much to the market right now. Still getting stuff made.
All right.
I don't know if you
Armor?
guys have seen it yet or not, but I got a table in here with stuff for sale in it. It's available anytime. You guys can stop by.
Oh, wonderful. I have looked in it a little bit earlier today. I didn't see any armor. Was there any? Do you have any armor for sale?
I do not have any armor yet. I'm hoping to get some in stock.
Makes sense.
What kind of armor are you looking for?
Maybe like the chitin stuff. You know, so I can
All
get
right,
out of
all
hide.
right.
If you've got maybe like a better stitched of a blueprint, or maybe that too, if you got it.
All right, all right.
I feel kind of weird asking him for all this stuff. You guys ask him for something now. Make me not feel so weird.
I'm not really interested in anything except those animals you have parked outside that barn or big house. Like that
Oh,
Urosaurus,
the ones on
for
top?
example. Oh no, those I got.
What are you looking for?
What about that Urosaurus?
Oh, that's a breeder. It's actually my personal animal. We're gonna be having something here soon. We just gotta wait for Miss Reese to find another one. I think a female, and then we can start breeding them. And they'll be for sale. You'll have to talk to her though. She's the one that sells those.
I see. Well,
I
I'll
like
be
to-
handling often.
The other ones I think I bought from you guys.
The sloth?
Say what?
The sloth?
Yeah, the sloth and the my two workshop animals there.
Oh yes, you did.
Yeah,
Speed
but
up
like said, like I was saying, 100 gold. The first person brings me a giant crab.
Sounds good.
I'm not trying to be rude, but I feel like that's pretty low for all the effort it takes.
Pretty low.
Oh yes.
It's a lot of coin.
I mean, depends on who you're talking to.
All right. Well, if it's not something that you're interested in, I understand that.
I've never tamed a crab. Is it just make it go to sleep and then feed it?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
As I had no
You have to
experience
get a
with such thing.
catapult. You build
Catapult.
pillars. You put the catapult on it, trap the crab. You shoot catapults until it gets to sleep. You can feed it.
Not a bow?
Nope, that's just too hard.
Oh. Well, that's weird.
I'll be heading back home. I'll see you later
I'll be joining you.
Challenge.
today.
Have a good one, guys.
All right. Bye then.
Oh, Gabriel.
Well, I
you
guess I'll
missed
look
it.
into getting the damn catapult thing. Fucking elves.
Yeah, they're a little rude. They wanted to. Well, I
Right.
won't say nothing, but I won't say nothing bad about them. Anyway, you missed it, Gabriel. There was this amazing experience that preacher Dust over here. He kind of got going or whatever.
Oh yeah.
A spirit avatar of Prometheum showed up. Gave
Oh.
us a blessing and also took his sacrificial pig. It was amazing.
Interesting. I can't believe I missed it. Damn it.
Feel blessed. I got to commute that animal. Like looked me in the eyes and I could kind of sense what it was, almost what it was thinking for a second, and it felt like it was kind of speak a bit. It
What kind of animal was it?
I ain't never seen one before. It had kind of wings,
Mm-hmm.
this mist about it,
A wolf
and
face.
it glowed blue.
Oh yeah, the two. It was really strong because, well, I forgot my gold. So right after we ate in the tavern, I ran home, grabbed some gold, and came back. And then the elves were like, "I'll give you 100 gold if you get up on its back." So I was like, "Sure, whatever." I jumped up on it and I climbed up on it. And then it left shortly afterwards and went towards my home. So I was like, "Perfect. It wants to be mine." And then it dawned on me it's probably something I shouldn't have climbed on. And so I asked it, I was like very gracious and bowing before it, and I asked if it would like a sacrificial pig instead of me. And so I went home to get it, and then it came over real quick and real silent like, so because I never heard it. And then I was like, well, all right, here, have your pig, and I prepared the pig, and it feasted. And I helped it kill a stego because the stego is just being stego-like. And, well, I felt like it wanted me to leave it in peace while it devoured the rest of the pig, so I beat it back here.
Damn. Okay, well, I missed that.
Yep.
I always miss the good stuff.
I'm sorry. Well, I'll let you
It
guys...
would be really awesome. I think if Gilgaron did something like that, that would be pretty amazing too. And just gave his blessing. That way, as you guys being dwarves, I'm sure that would be a much better revelation.
Oh,
See
yeah.
some kind of embodiment of your god like that. That would be, I think that'd be something.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
And now that the elves are gone, with all their disbelief carrying on being bitter towards Gilgaron, Uh, be surprised if something like that. Okay, I'd still be surprised, mind you, if it did happen, but time for some. I keep looking behind me because I think if I talk like this, something like that's gonna happen, and I'm gonna turn around. There's gonna be something scary behind me.
I'll protect you. Uh, yeah. So one of them elves is thinking, sacrifice the goblin to really short one. No, I was like, no, I've
No,
got pigs for that. That's what the pigs are for. A lot of meat, a lot of, pig for that. I had to dissuade them
the,
from
the
that.
the elves are kind of uh, not friendly towards goblins at all. In fact, to a
Oh,
very
Did the earth just shake?
very goblins in a
is that?
just condescending.
Oh,
What?
hey,
Oh
What?
oh
boy.
look,
What?
I got more
What?
pigs. I
What
got
is
more
it?
pigs. I'll give you
Oh
2
my
pigs.
goodness!
what the hell?
What was that?
I'd give him 2 pigs. Because it's got to be like,
What was it?
uh, I don't know. But it was like red and black. And,
It's
well,
like something red in the sky is all I saw.
yeah. So it seems as though Gilgaron's colors are like red and black because Gabriel over here is red and black, and I'm red and black, and I chose to be red and black before I saw Gabriel, so I didn't just copy him. And then that creature,
Well, his totem is red and black. Gilgaron's totem's red and black too. Look in the church. It's kind of red.
he subliminally told me what colors to be.
Look at it. It
Yeah.
it glows in red and black. Yep.
Good point. So I'm guessing it'd be like an avatar for Gilgaron, and um, I'll go get the pigs if it wants them. It, can you pray to Gilgaron?
Well, we can always pray to Gilgaron. Anybody can pray to Gilgaron. All you got to do is believe. Remember, we was talking about faith. As long
Oh
as you
yeah.
have faith, uh, pray to Gilgaron and say his name out loud. He'll hear you. He'll hear you. Got to say
Okay.
it with your
What
heart.
the hell's that noise? Is there somebody on the roof?
I don't
Somebody
see
on the roof?
nobody.
Hello? Somebody here? What the?
Ooh,
What is that? My.
what is that creature?
I'm gonna go with
Holy shit!
Woo!
preacher duck. Next time, duck.
That was terrifying. Are you here to have a sacrificial pig? Oh, I think
I'm
he
gonna
wants
go
one.
with yes. Do you want me to bring it back here, or do you want to come with me? I'm gonna go with that means 2 pigs. You guys want to come?
Matter of fact, I
Yeah.
think I'm just gonna stay right here.
Okay. I'll be back. You don't run away. I'll be back with 2 sacrificial pigs. That's pretty awesome. Ooh, my backspace was off. On. Nah, I turned it off. Here, piggy, 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 piggy. Follow me? Alright. Prometheus didn't want his full helping of pig. Just keep your nose out of my butt. Okay, one at a time. See if it works. Figures. Gilgaron didn't finish his pig. Or Prometheus. Prometheus didn't finish his pig. Just check and see if the pig somehow is like glitching on or something. Alright. Hey, piggies.
I didn't know it worked.
Oh, you guys are in luck. You're about to see the great spirit beast of Gilgaron.
Oh, I think we should summon the Prometheum for this one, right?
No, he didn't finish his dinner, so no. We get Gilgaron.
There.
Because when I went home to get these two piggies, the Prometheus's his pig was still laying there, so I caught him not finished his dinner.
Wow, really?
Really. So I've like complete faith.
Must have been too much for it to eat.
Possible. If it is, then I've got really good pigs, and that's going to be like a selling point right there. But oh, I better get this one ready. Go ahead. It's ready for you.
It likes its food cooked.
It's good to know. Look, but does it want us to kill it and cook it?
Hey, maybe we should bring it out further away from the church because it won't desecrate the church land.
Oh,
That
don't
might
look.
be good.
See, look at that. He knows how to eat his stuff.
Oh wow, he liked it, I think.
I got another one. Come here, Peggy, Peggy, Peggy. Oh, there.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. This is a real special treat you had, you know. The good sermon you had with the Ba faith had both of the gods to be present. Hey, Gabriel missed it. Drats. I'll tell him all about it too.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Did miss it.
I'll tell him that Gilgaron's avatar. Well, what'd you call it?
I think we should call it. How would we announce a name? I think we would call him Vyeth.
Vyeth. Whew.
Oh, I think you think that's it?
All right. Vyeth. Whew. Yeah. Did the elves
Wow,
even see it
that's
happen?
something.
Oh, they ran away
They
again.
can't see him.
Chickens.
The elves can't see it. He was right on top of them, breathing fire and everything. They could not see it.
Really? Wow.
I think because they don't believe. I think they don't have faith in Gilderon, and therefore they can't perceive his avatar.
That's like outstanding and perfect, you know, because I've been bringing pigs, as you know, and I went through all of my my good ones, you know, for sacrifices, and I gave one pig away to somebody who lives um, over that way somewhere. He's a new farmer, so I gave him a pig, and we gave 3 away for sacrifice.
I keep I got 2 pigs. I haven't really bred them or anything, but nice. It's nice having a female pig because you can use milk to help raise other.
Oh yeah, that's true. Sheep and a doe, a female deer. They'll do it too.
Gabriel just. Gabriel.
Where you at, old buddy? I gotta tell you what you missed.
How y'all doing?
Oh, it's a good thing I stayed in my, dress clothes. 'Cause otherwise, I'd have been, like, unprepared.
Yeah, yeah. He looking like a regular old guy, and maybe it wasn't felt as respected or.
Yeah.
I don't know how they feel about that. I mean, I don't mind. I take you as you are.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. That's kind of one of the things that won Ariel and myself over. She was a little tired and unable to make it today, and now I'm going to tell her all about Vyeth and how she missed him, and feeding the giving the sacrifices, and all the great stuff.
Definitely, she needs to hear about it, and now you can spread the word from personal experience because see, just like my sermon says, uh, you had faith without seeing, and now you got to see, which doesn't require faith because you already had it.
Backspace.
Oh, I think it just gave you a gift.
Oh. Oh. Wow. That's like the coolest.
I should say.
Thank you.
Wow. What?
You know the animal that farts a lot and makes people hungry?
Sorry, I don't.
Oh, okay, it's like a pachyrhino farter or something like that. I get stumped on its name, but I've been breeding them a lot and giving them out to people that I like, that are good, good people. I'll be like, here, you've been nice, have an egg, and then yeah. So anyway, it farts and makes you hungry, or it can do the same thing but give your dinosaurs experiences. You want an egg? I got another one. You can come over. I give you an egg.
I'm pretty topped out on how many.
Um, you could say it belongs to Vyeth, therefore it's Vyeth's um, animal, since he gave me the saddles for such an animal. Uh, and then yeah, it can help your animals
You
out.
should sell the. Unless, I mean, I guess, I mean, if you want to give a gift to Vieth and leave it with the church, I suppose that's acceptable. Put a little tag around his neck that says it was for him.
All right. You're gonna have to help me pronounce spell
But
his
but
name.
I ain't much on raising big animals. I mostly just raise small animals myself.
I will raise it, and I will give him a pachyrhinosaurus. And uh, how do you spell his name?
But I
I'm sorry.
did.
The wind seems to have caught your voice.
Oh, yeah, all the time. Just
Um,
I guess I
I think from the experience, I'm not able to understand all your words. Um, I still didn't hear you. I'm sorry. I think it's just the experience.
Thank-
Um, I will
It's like
go.
sometimes the spirits just take your voice out your head.
Oh yes, I will go and
Man, I tell you what, it
hatch.
sure has been an experience, and I'm glad we could share it. If you ever need anything, you just come on by and visit me, all right?
All right.
Please come on by. I'll pass on the rest of the work. So,
Thanks.
there you go, buddy. A little gift from me.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I'll go hatch the egg and I'll bring by one of the older ones, whichever I can keep going with that part, because I think you'd want me to keep breeding and replenishing them, and then I'll bring the other one by here for him.
I guess just set it out here somewhere, and I'm sure you'll know to find it here. Whatever it wants to do.
Sounds good to me.
As long as it didn't range it.
What? I think when I come back, I'll be able to hear better. I'm very sorry.
I think I'm.
Nice. Thank you, preacher. I will return as quick as I can. I know the whole thing might have made you a little exhausted.
Yeah. Well, whenever.
You bet.
I'm trying to run you off or nothing. I just gotta go sit down.
All right, no problem. So that would conclude the event that there was going on. Glad you guys enjoyed it and watched it and all the good stuff.